Looking for a new take on cranberry sauce? Try this cranberry chutney. Oh, wow. To a medium saucepan on medium heat, add 12 ounces of cranberries, 3 tablespoons of raisins, half a cup of candied ginger, then 1 finely diced apple. After that, 2/3 cup of brown sugar, 1 tablespoon of honey, a 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar, and the juice of an orange. For the spice, I am adding a teaspoon of Chinese 5-spice powder, then a pinch of chili flake and some salt. We're going to stir that around, cook this down until the berries start to burst, then we're going to blend it with an immersion blender. You could also just mash this, put it in a food processor, a blender, whatever. Then pop it into a jar, label it herb, and yeah, you can pop that in the fridge and eat it with your turkey. Or if you don't have a turkey, a lemon. Yum!
I was recently at restaurant Zuma and they had an option to add white truffle to your dish for $160 per 3 grams. This really blew me away, so I'm going to show you how to make your own dish for much cheaper. I met my shroom dealer in a parking lot and bought some white truffle from the back of his truck. I scored half an ounce of just flown in Alba white truffle for $65. For my dish, I'm going to begin by bringing a pot of salted water to boil. I cleaned my white truffle with a damp towel and then grated half of it. Next, add your pasta to your boiling water and cook 1 minute under al dente. Reserve some of the pasta water and then drain your pasta. Next, melt some butter in a pan and add in your pasta. Add back in the reserved pasta water and turn off your heat. Now add some fresh grated pecorino romano and your grated white truffle. Give it a stir and now you're ready to plate. Use tongs to plate your pasta on a dish and then shave the remaining white truffle. You've just made a high-end gourmet restaurant quality dish at a fraction of the price. Enjoy!
This is the crab dip recipe you guys have been waiting for. I finally got a chance to make the recipe card and it's going right at the end for you to screenshot. You don't have to mix the ingredients on the stove like I did. It turned out the same both times that I tried it. So you want to add your crab last though so that it doesn't break apart completely. And I saved some of the crab meat and toss it in Old Bay and lemon juice to put on top of the dip after baking. Have this with some toasted French bread and it's going to be...
So it's lockdown here in LA and I've been sitting here for 2 days like, oh, I'm not going to drink for 2 weeks to like whatever. I want to be skinny and stuff. So like fuck that. What I've learned is it's all about balance, okay? Maybe we shouldn't black out every night, but we can still have a martini or two. So I'm gonna show you how to make a really skinny martini. So if you wanna be skinny and drunk at the same time, listen up. We have ice and shaker. Now I'm pouring Absolute lime. Quite a bit of it, and some lime juice, a shit ton of lime juice. Oh, now we give her a nice little shake, but I'm doing mine over the sink because my shaker is broken. Okay. Look how satisfying. Fun, right? Whatever happened to that girl? The little cocktail girl that just goes like, fun, right? Oh my.
I've been wanting to try out salmon in my air fryer since I got it. I'm going to show you guys my favorite way to eat salmon. It's a little different, but I promise you it's really good. So I've got 4 pretty good sized fillets here, and I'm just going to season them with Creole, lemon pepper, and Old Bay. You could use whatever seasonings you like, and then I'm putting them in my air fryer, so I'm going to spray the bottom of this pan, throw them on there. I flipped one over to see if the skin would crisp up, but we're just going to ignore this because it did not work out. I like topping them with really thin slices of butter, and then I threw them in at 400 degrees for about 15 minutes. Next time I'm going to line the pan with some parchment paper. The skin definitely stuck to the pan quite a bit. Other than that, it turned out really good. I know it sounds weird, but we love topping ours with goat cheese and of course some fresh lemon juice. If you guys try it, be sure to tag me and hit that follow button for more easy recipes.
Let's cook these delicious pork and veggie crispy dumplings. Start with 1 pound of ground pork, half of a large carrot, half of an onion, green onion stalks, mushrooms, zucchini, seasoned with 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of honey, salt and pepper to taste, garlic, and then 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce, followed by a drizzle of sesame oil. Give it a nice mix, and now let's wrap, the funnest part. Add 1 teaspoon of the filling to the wrapper, wet one side, fold it over and pinch it in the middle. You're going to pleat with your thumb, so you're going to pull in with your thumb and press down with your thumb. Repeat this on the other side by pulling in and pressing down with your thumb until all the filling mixture is complete. Once done, pan fry these bad boys in a hot skillet until the bottom is brown and crispy, and dip in a sauce of your choice. Enjoy!
Alright y'all, today we making ceviche. Look how fresh and bomb this shit look. Get you some lime juice, cut up some peppers, cut up that cilantro, pinch of salt, pour that juice in and blend that shit up. Get 1 pound of shrimp and cut it up however you want. Cut up some red onions and put that with the shrimp. Pour in some lime juice, pour in what you blended earlier, and give all that a good mix. Add some tahini, give it a mix, and throw it in the fridge. Cut up 2 tomatoes, and that shrimp should be ready when it turns pink. Throw in the tomatoes, give it another mix, and this thing is a wrap. I know y'all see that wrist cracker and probably like, what the fuck? But this shit is...
Let's make some crispy skin, falling off the bone chicken thighs. Let's get it.
Lay your chicken thighs out skin side down, like so. Drizzle a little bit of olive oil. Rub it in. Take your Dano's Original, and we're just gonna pop it on there, just like so. Little more oil. Rub it in. Take it and lay it in your cast iron, skin side up. Maneuver it around to where you got your skin laying flat in the pan. A little bit more oil. And we're gonna top it with the spicy. Pop that trigger finger, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Rub that in. 350 for an hour and a half. Check it out. Crispy skin. Ain't even falling apart. Just like I said. Look at that.
If you love dill as much as I do, you're going to be obsessed with this spicy dill sauce. I put it on everything. It's just a bunch of dill and parsley with 2 garlic cloves, a whole jalapeno, the zest and juice of 1 lemon, 1/4 cup of olive oil, 1/4 cup of water, a tablespoon of honey, and a big old pinch of kosher salt. We're going to blend this up until it's super smooth, and then you can throw it on chicken, on steak, on veggies, on literally everything before you shove it in your mouth.
Proper British Dishes Christmas Edition. Devils on Horseback, a popular seasonal appetizer dating back to Victorian time. The name Devils on Horseback is said to be taken from the Norman raiders who rode into English towns wearing rations of bacon over their armour to scare off the townspeople.
Here's a healthier, simple, homemade way to make hot chocolate in under 10 minutes. It's rich, creamy, and will satisfy all your chocolate cravings. In a pot, 1/4 cup milk. I'm using oat milk, but for a lower calorie option, you can use almond, soy, low fat, and so on. Heaping tablespoon of cocoa powder, 2 teaspoons of a low calorie maple syrup, pinch of salt, and half a scoop of protein powder to get the benefits without an overpowering taste. Mix well to remove clumps. Recommend using a whisk, but a fork or spoon works. Add 3/4 cup of your milk to make 1 full cup and 1 teaspoon of dark chocolate chips. Stir on medium heat until it foams and chocolate melts. Whipped cream is optional, and there.
I'm going to blow your mind because I'm turning chickpeas into ice cream. Blend 1 can of chickpeas, 1 cup of pitted dates, 1.5 cups of macadamia nut milk for ultimate creaminess, and half a cup of peanut butter. Blend and pour into a pan, top with chocolate chips, and freeze overnight. This turns out to be the most amazing healthy ice cream. I can't believe this is vegan, has no added sugar, and you can't taste the chickpeas at all.
I'm going to show you how to make this healthy and delicious chocolate bar with 4 simple ingredients. Start by melting dark chocolate in a double boiler or in the microwave. Then pour it on a parchment-lined baking sheet and spread it out evenly using a spatula. Of course, the more you spread it out on the pan, the thinner your chocolate bar is going to be. Now simply add pistachios, cranberries, coconut flakes, and sea salt. Let it freeze for about an hour and then break the chocolate bark into pieces. Easy and delicious, I guarantee you'll make it.
Alright guys, I'm going to show you how to make some delicious crawfish pies. Let's go. Go ahead in there with a half a cup of butter. Go with 1 large yellow onion, 1 green bell pepper, 3 spoons of minced garlic. Go ahead and mix it up, let it get sauteed real nice. Go with 10.5 ounces of cream of mushroom soup. Go with 5 ounces of evaporated milk. Separate bowl, go with 3 tablespoons of cornstarch, 1/4 cup of cold water. Go ahead on and mix that right on up, y'all. Go ahead and add that cornstarch. With my Cajun seasoning or whatever you have. Now it got thicker, half a cup of green onion, 2 pounds of crawfish tails, 2 tablespoons of parsley. Fill up all your pie shells, okay? Top it with some Italian breadcrumbs. This is optional. Now go ahead and throw your pies in your oven, y'all, 7 to 10 minutes at 400 degrees. And check out these delicious crawfish pies with breadcrumbs.
Liquid Ecstasy, favorite pasta dish of all time, and it's ridiculously simple to make. The inspiration comes from a restaurant called Lil Frankie's in New York. They have incredible pizzas, but the best thing on the menu is the spaghetti limone. Now, to recreate it at home, like I said, it's super easy, but you gotta have all your ingredients ready to go because we are gonna move really quickly here. Don't fall behind. Start by boiling your spaghetti until it's nice and al dente. Scoop some of that pasta water into a separate skillet. Add your lemon juice and some butter. And then use your tongs to transfer the spaghetti directly into the skillet. Move it around with those tongs. You want it to get nice and emulsified. Nestle some lemon halves in there. And okay, a little bit more butter. And look, we're like pretty much done. I told you it's super simple, but it's all about the technique, taste for seasoning. And one final tip is to warm your bowl over the boiling water. You don't want to serve it in a cold bowl. Finish with extra virgin olive oil and some grated Parmesan and dig in. It's like dinner in under 15 minutes. So tangy, buttery, and comforting. Y'all gotta try this.
This is an Irish wake. Let's get shook. 1.5 ounce light rum, 1.5 ounce mango rum. 1 ounce blue curacao, 1 ounce 151. 6 ounces of orange juice. Add your ice. Shake. Strain. This one's strong enough for a Marine, great for a great uncle, and a tribute to the fallen.
How to make jet fuel.
Okay guys, if you have not tried spaghetti squash, you have no idea what you're missing. Not only is it delicious, but it's so much better for you than regular pasta. You're gonna cut your squash in half and spray down with olive oil and flip it upside down and bake it for about 40 minutes. I seasoned and browned some ground turkey and I wanted a little bit of green, so I added some spinach. Cooked that down until it was wilty, and then I added my low-carb Rao's spaghetti sauce. When the squash is done, you just fill it up and add some cheese and parsley and bake it for a few more minutes until the cheese is melted. If you love simple recipes, please don't forget to follow me.
Day 1 of a quick spoonful recipes, blueberry and lemon. Lemon Oreos, 2 cans blueberry pie filling, 8 ounces whipped cream cheese, 1 box lemon cake mix. Don't mix it! Sticks of butter sliced thin, $3.50 for 45 minutes.
Maybe this is a surprise, maybe it isn't, but I could not give Christmas the shaft, so we are doing 12 days of Christmas recipes. To start off day 1, I am going to show you how to make deviled eggs with asparagus. Start by boiling your eggs and peeling them, then cut them 1/3 of the way down and scoop out the yolk. This can be really easy or hard. Some of them just slide out like that, others are not so easy. Throw those yolks into a food processor and add mayonnaise, Dijon mustard, or brown mustard, a pinch of salt and pepper, then blend it until it's smooth and put it into a piping bag. If you don't have a piping bag, you can just use a Ziploc bag. Then pipe the mixture back into the egg whites and make it look all pretty. I forgot to say this earlier, but you'll cook some asparagus and put a tip of asparagus in each egg. Then generously top it with paprika and green onions. And you'll have the prettiest little deviled eggs. Connor approved. He likes all my food, but it's...
Here's the secret ingredient I add to my avocado toast every day. 1 avocado with 1 garlic clove finely grated, the juice of a lemon, some flaky salt, crushed red pepper, and then 2 tablespoons of Greek yogurt. The yogurt makes it tangy and creamy and adds a bit of protein. This is gonna be the best avocado toast ever.